which is halfway up to the ceiling at the Forum here in Los Angeles. Lakers moving from our right to our left, and the tip between Artis and Kareem controlled by Chicago. Sobers with the flip to Theus. Theus second a year ago in the Rookie of the Year balloting to Phil Ford of Kansas City. Gilmore given that shot if he wants it by Kareem. He does not want it. Inside Sobers, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Bulls. Sobers with a big game at Golden State in the season opener, 24 points and 9 assists. Fell off sharply against Phoenix on Sunday night. Bulls' leading scorer in that game was Greenwood. He had 19 in addition to 13 rebounds. Ed Rush spots a foul. It'll be the first of the game against Chicago.
Artis Gilmore leaning an elbow in him, and that was a funny call. It was a half-court call, and just a little bit of lean between the two big centers.
Wilkes on the inbound to Nixon, and he gives it up outside to Spencer Haywood. Magic Johnson with the ball. The defensive assignment drawn initially against Johnson by Theus, and the Magic man hits his first shot at the Forum, and the crowd reacts to it. We're even at a deuce. We've played less than a minute. Theus outside, gives it up to Sobers. Two UNLV products in the Chicago backcourt. Greenwood with daylight, and the former UCLA star connects. Neither team has missed a shot. The Bulls lead at 4-2.
Rookies are playing horse.
Kareem has it poked away by Artis and out of bounds. It's still Laker ball. Artis had only 8 points and 3 rebounds. The 8 points his second lowest total ever as a member of the Bulls. The 3 rebounds his lowest ever. That was his performance on Sunday night against Phoenix when he was bothered by the knee injury. He is attempting to play tonight. Ron Boone has come into the game at a backcourt spot, and he replaces Magic Johnson for the Lakers.
Trainer Jack Kern is working on him. I evidently jammed a finger or something.
So temporarily, at least, the Magic is out of the Laker lineup, and Ron Boone, the veteran, is in. Sobers with the ball for Chicago. 10.5 on the clock. Bulls lead at 4-2. Artis' first shot. The fadeaway won't go, and the rebound is off to Haywood. They come racing down with Nixon in control. Little guard out of Duquesne is guarded by Sobers. Boone gets the jumper away, but not before a whistle from Ed Rush. The foul's going to go against the Bulls as they're staying at this end of the court. On Theus, his first, team's second, and it's Laker ball from the side. Spencer Haywood. Lobbing into Kareem. Kareem's first basket of the night from 10 feet, ties it at 4 as Jerry Sloan looks on. Sloan yelling from the bench, 2-2 as he wants his team to run a set play. Jumper from the head of the key puts them up by a score of 6-4. 9:48 on the clock. The Bulls have not trailed. They've traded baskets. It was 2-0, 2-2, 4-2, 4-4, now 6-4, and Nixon tries to tie it again and can't. And the rebound on a hop in the corner to Scotty May. Lobs it out to Artis Gilmore, and back come the Bulls. Greenwood down the lane. Off-balance shot falls through. Couple of buckets for 4 points for David Greenwood. And the Bulls lead it by 4 at 8-4. Haywood up top, down low to a cutting Wilkes. Pretty play, the assist to Haywood, and the basket for Jamaal. We've gone almost 3 minutes as Sobers brings the dribble across for Chicago. The Bulls lead by 2 at 8-6. Scotty May with some contact along the side of the key, gets a screen from Gilmore, gives it up to Greenwood.
3 seconds.
Sobers the fadeaway, way off the mark. Failed to draw iron, and the rebound battle won by Wilkes. Lobs it ahead to Ron Boone. Boone's pass intercepted by Theus, and back come the Bulls on the run. Jabbar the only one back. Theus took it right around him for the layup.
Looked like he might have traveled a little bit on him. What a play. Jabbar, there was nobody on the right-hand side. He faked to him. Jabbar looked, and then he went for the layup. Nice play. This is his hometown also. Theus.
Yeah, Reggie Theus played at Inglewood High School. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from the Forum. Kareem with the hook. And that cuts the lead down to 10-8. 8:15 remaining in quarter number 1. Nixon guarding Sobers. And Theus is watched by Ron Boone. Inside to Gilmore. Artis with a move, but hold on, says Bernie Fryer. Let's take a look at Reggie Theus' last hoop as he goes right around Kareem.
Watch the fake. He's going to throw a fake here. There's nobody coming in on the right side, but watch him. Well, there's Greenwood, but he's a little farther away, and Jabbar was caught backpedaling.
Foul was called on Jamaal Wilkes, his first, team second.
Foul against the Lakers number 31, Spencer Haywood. First personal, second team foul.
And Sobers is the trigger man from the side, and it goes to Scotty May. And back to Ricky Sobers. Gilmore against Jabbar, trying to lay it off inside, the ball knocked loose, and let's see who touched it last. They give it to Chicago.
Well, he just took it away from him. You're right, Rush called it Chicago, but Fryer took it away and said we're going the other way.
Norm Nixon holds up a couple of fingers indicating the set play as he brings it across for Jack McKinney's Lakers. High posting to Jabbar, and an offensive foul is going to be called by Bernie Fryer.
Look at that, Spencer again setting the pick down low.
Spencer Haywood does draw the foul. It is his second as Jack McKinney looks on. Sobers outside, up top to May, and we get another whistle. The Bulls lead at 10-8, 7:35 to play in the first.
Magic Johnson back in the game. He's just picked up the foul. They'll run some plays for Reggie Theus this year, Bob, down on the baseline, which they didn't do last year, and they'll get some guards in foul trouble.
Greenwood tries to get a shot off in traffic, and he's fouled as he does so. Haywood can't believe it. If it's on him, it's his third.
We can hear him all the way up here. Here's the replay. Greenwood coming in, making a fake. And I guess he got him across the arm, but they never believe they foul in this league.
The replay says yes. Haywood says no. His third foul, team's fourth. Jack McKinney leaves him in despite the fact that he's got first quarter foul trouble. Greenwood from the line, in and out. The second of two is good. 5 points for David Greenwood and a 3-point Chicago lead. Nixon met by Sobers as he crosses the timeline. Jabbar against Gilmore. Artis not hobbling, at least not noticeably, on that bad knee. Jabbar tried to force one, and they call a foul on Artis.
Artis felt he was holding his ground, Bob, and watch the play here. Now look at Artis is just holding his ground, and you see the action of Jabbar trying for the shot. And the call goes against big Artis Gilmore. Did you see the move he made originally on Artis? 7'2", whatever this guy is, 7'4", if you want to really get out and measure him. He took the ball, turned around, and faced the basket. He's got to scare you when he does that. He's that big.
Kareem missing the first and making the second. Sometime this year he's going to pass Elgin Baylor and go into 5th place on the all-time NBA scoring list. He's already passed Baylor on the rebounding list to rank number 8 all-time. A whistle as that one was let go.
That's Magic Johnson's second. Theus takes him down the baseline. He got hit on the wrist on the way up. It's going to be a 2-shot foul.
Johnson is going to be at the line for broadcast telecast with the express authority of the Chicago Bulls and the National Basketball Association. The use of any pictures and descriptions of this telecast without the written authority of the Chicago Bulls is prohibited, and they also have the right of approval for the announcers on this telecast. Second of two by Reggie Theus, got them both. 13-9, the Bulls are in front by 4, and Theus has half a dozen. Magic Johnson, who left the lineup briefly with a jammed finger and has quickly returned, gives it up to Jamaal Wilkes. Haywood having trouble controlling top of the key, swings it to Nixon. Bouncing it low for Haywood, off his leg and out of bounds. Make it Magic Johnson who lost it, and on the turnover, the Bulls have the ball. Theus, who averaged over 16 points and better than 5 assists a game as a rookie a year ago, gives it up to Greenwood. Back to Reggie, out of the corner, off the back iron. Rebound fought for, and coming out of there with it is Haywood. It's a 4-on-2 if they hurry. Magic Man gives it up, but hold on, says Bernie Fryer.
He's going to give him a 1-shot foul. He got him on the pass-off. He's exciting. You can hear the fans. You can hear the fans take off. Watch him come along here, and Reggie, it looks like Scott May and Sobers both got in and grabbed him on the play.
Foul on Sobers, his first, team's fourth. Gilmore has 2, Theus 1, Sobers 1 in the foul department. Haywood has 3 and Johnson 2 for the Lakers. Nixon, side of the lane, comes up short, but a foul is whistled by Bernie Fryer. And this will send Norm Nixon to the stripe for a pair.
Sobers again. There's Nixon. He came in and got him really on the hip when he shot. A lot of referees don't catch that. All you need to do is get a guy off balance a little bit, but Ricky was caught for a second foul in a row.
The team fouls are even at 5 apiece, so both teams are over the limit. Nixon connects on both tries. His first 2 points of the night, 13-11, Chicago by a basket. Clock shows 6:15. Sobers guarded by Nixon. Greenwood watched by Haywood. Sobers outside, down low to Gilmore, over Jabbar, tried to muscle it up, and hold on.
Goaltending. I think he took it right off the board.
Let's see if we can pick it up here. Johnny may have trapped it against the glass as it came off.
All right, Sobers hits him down low. He gives a good fake, and Jabbar is going to go up to the glass now. He held him there. There it is. You can't slap it off the glass, Bob.
Credit the 2 points to the Big A and a 15-11 Bull lead. The lob down low on the intended alley-oop for Haywood. It eludes him. Another Laker turnover, and the Bulls take the ball back with a chance to increase their lead to 6. Theus coming across and giving it up to Sobers. Sobers acquired from Indiana during the offseason in the Mickey Johnson compensation. At the foul line to Scott May, a lunging one-hander way off the mark. Middle Norm Nixon there for the rebound. Lakers want to run. Ahead it goes to Wilkes out of the corner, almost lost it. Cross court wide open is Johnson, off the mark. And Artis corrals the rebound. 2-on-1 with Nixon, the only man back. Theus down the lane. Good if it goes, but it doesn't. He'll be at the line for 2.
You know, we talk about Magic Johnson. They had the Magic show, but the Bulls brought their show of their own along. Reggie Theus, watch the moves he makes. He starts to throw it to Scott May. He sees he's caught up with the man. Just changes direction a little bit and gets fouled. He got through to make 2.
Jamaal Wilkes got back very quickly on defense. That was a 2-on-1, but he cut off the passing lane in front of Scott May and forced Theus to take the shot himself. Reggie now has 7 points and 8. This is the biggest lead the Bulls have enjoyed at 6, 17-11. Clock moves down to 5:20 to play in the first. Kareem side of the lane, and Artis giving him no breathing room at all. Scott May comes over with double team help. Haywood with the move on it. Spencer can't get it to drop for him. Nothing but red shirts underneath. Sobers away with the rebound. Theus on the dead run, and he travels.
It looked like he took that extra step.
Unofficially, the Lakers have turned the ball over 4 times. The Bulls have given it away twice. Spencer Haywood, former Seattle Supersonic, former New York Knick, former Utah Jazz player, and Kareem all alone inside for the easy stuff. 7 for Jabbar. 17-13, the Lakers move to within 4. Magic Johnson guarding Reggie Theus. Sobers out of the corner. Johnson takes him on a switch. May has room, and Scotty is too long with it. Haywood off with a rebound. His pass deflected by Theus, stolen by Greenwood, and David lays it in.
Right in on a big guy.
Lakers back in a hurry. Jamaal Wilkes, watched by May in the corner, starts to move around him, and a foul on Scotty.
Scotty's playing pretty well defensively, but bothering him offensively. He just can't get that jumper to go down for him. I think if it goes down, it'll turn his whole game around, but he's working hard now on the defense. Kenny Carr comes in now to replace. Is that Spencer Haywood going out, I guess?
Haywood departs, having committed 3 fouls, and he failed to score. At the line, Wilkes cuts the lead down to 19-14. Carr is 6'8", 230 in his second year out of North Carolina State. And Wilkes has them both. 4 points for Jamaal on a field goal and a pair of free throws. 4:18 to play in the first as Sobers tries to stutter step around Nixon, gets the jumper away, and it falls through, but Artis touched it on the way down. Artis tried to hold off as he saw that the ball might fall through, but he did barely graze it, and they take the basket away. Good call by Ed Rush, who was right on top of the play. Wilkes with a quick move on Scott May. Pretty layup by Jamaal Wilkes, who has that quick first step, and he left Scott May standing still.
As soon as he went around Scott May, Sloan was off the bench calling the Ollie Johnson, said, let's go.
Theus against Johnson. Now double team. Gilmore can't find the handle, but Artis recovers before it goes out of bounds. Shot clock is down to 4 seconds. Theus, a three-pointer. That would have counted for 3 had it fallen home. Greenwood collects the carom, and the Bulls keep the ball with the offensive rebound. Almost lost it, but May holds on. Gilmore outside to Sobers. 22-footer short. Again, Greenwood with the offensive rebound. May in traffic. And Ed Rush spots a foul.
The Bulls did some good work that time keeping the ball alive, something they hadn't done for a while with Greenwood grabbing, going way up high to keep that offensive rebound, then bringing it out again, Bob, which is something rookies don't do. They like to throw it right back up. Brought it out, they set it up, and they end up now with the foul situation of Scotty May shooting a couple.
The Bulls lead down to 2 at 19-17. Scotty with a chance to lengthen that. After an All-American career at Indiana, which concluded with a national championship, he's had a tough time in the NBA. Mononucleosis his first year, surgery on his left knee his second, surgery on his right knee in his third season. This is 4th NBA campaign. Makes them both. His first 2 of the night, 21-17 Bulls. Thursday night to San Diego to take on the Clippers minus Bill Walton. Saturday night home for the opener against the Phoenix Suns. Magic Johnson backing low against Theus. Off the glass, he's got it. Every move he makes draws a reaction at the Forum.
Yeah. Exciting.
We'll televise all 3 games which the Bulls play here in Los Angeles during the regular season on WGN, so you'll see plenty of Magic on Channel 9 this year. Basket does not count. Foul before Artis followed at home.
You watch the difference in the 2 centers. When Artis gets the ball, he draws more people than the Pied Piper could bring around, Bob. Everybody comes to him. He's not a real good passing center. On the other hand, Jabbar, if you go to help out on Jabbar and the man cuts, he'll give it to the man underneath the basket for the easy layup. So there's 2 different styles here. We watch the defenses play against the big man.
With the penalty in effect for both teams, it's 3 chances to make 2. Artis missed the first, made the second, and he misses 2 out of 3. A year ago, he was pretty effective from the free throw line, around 75%. So missing 2 out of 3 is not characteristic of Artis Gilmore. A 3-point Bull lead at 22-19. We're down to 2:38 to play in period number 1 at the Forum in Los Angeles. Bob Costas with Johnny Kerr, our initial telecast of the 1979-80 season. Jabbar hands it off to Wilkes. And Ollie Johnson might have gotten a piece of that. Picking it up is Nixon, and we're going to get a 24-second violation, I believe, as the shot never hit the rim.
Oh, good defense. Kenny Carr in the lineup now at a forward spot.
And Ollie Johnson is in for the Bulls. He blocked that shot by Wilkes, and even though the Lakers came up with the ball, they didn't get a shot to hit the rim within 24 seconds, and the Bulls get it back. They tried to hit Artis in the lane, a turnover. Johnson comes up with the ball. He finds Nixon, short jump. Hangs on the rim, comes away no good. Follow-up hook falls through by Johnson. Make it Wilkes. It was Wilkes on the basket. 8 points for Jamaal. 22-21, Lakers trail by 1. 1:45 to play in the period. A whistle before the shot. Ed Rush calls the offensive foul against Reggie Theus.
You know, you look at Magic Johnson, you must remember one thing. He's playing a guard position, but the man is 6'8". You know, you have to really take that into consideration. He moves like the little man.
Theus tried to take him one-on-one, but that's a difficult task. The offensive foul on Reggie, his second of the game. Johnson rolling down the lane with the hook. And the Lakers have their first lead of the night at 23-22. A minute 20 to play in the first. 6 points for Magic Johnson. Greenwood, who hasn't missed a shot yet, gives it up to Sobers. Averaged more than 17 a game for Indiana a year ago. The double pump off the glass. Misses the mark, but Kenny Carr touched it last as it went out of bounds. And the Bulls retain possession.
Artis giving a little warning to Kenny Carr, too, down there. I didn't see what happened, Bob. We're up here so high you could hang meat.
The inbound to Greenwood, and Carr deflects that. Atoning for his earlier mistake, the Lakers come down with the turnover. Nixon in the lane to Wilkes. Great play. Assist Nixon basket. Wilkes all in one motion. Lakers with a 3-point lead. We move inside a minute. 50 seconds on the first quarter clock.
2 passing errors, really, by David Greenwood.
Jabbar follows Gilmore out high. Usually they'll give him that shot. Sobers a long one. The Bulls have gone cold from the floor. Carr there for the rebound. Lakers can lengthen their lead to 5. Johnson gives it up to Carr. 17-footer, way short. Flat-footed rebound grabbed by Gilmore in the lane. Ollie Johnson looking a bit hesitant as he comes out of the backcourt. There you see the time remaining. Shot clock is a couple of seconds ahead of the game clock. Gilmore trying to whirl for the hook. Carr almost stole it. Sobers finding Theus. Gilmore can't hang on. Theus with the follow. 2 seconds on the clock. And at the buzzer, will the basket count? Yes, it does. The basket counts as time runs out. Points. Bouncing it down low to Johnson for the hook. It won't fall. Gilmore has the rebound. And that's little Delmer Bayshore, who had a fine night coming off the bench at Phoenix on Sunday. Hit a couple of 3-pointers and wound up with 13 points. Also had a few assists next to his name in the statistical column. Artis Gilmore outside to Kobe Dietrich, who is also making his first appearance, playing Kobe at a power forward. Gilmore with the hook that rolls around, doesn't drop, and a goaltending call is coming up. Let's take a look at it.
Okay, we watch Gilmore get the ball from Ollie Johnson and hook it up. It'll bounce around the ring there. Watch a hand come up now and wipe it off. There it is, tapped off by Kenny Carr.
So credit the 2 points to Gilmore. That gives the Big A's 7 in the game so far. Carr top of the circle out to Magic Johnson. Theus trying to guard him, but giving away plenty of height. Johnson an off-balance one-hander, trying to follow his own shot. Yes, and it counts, and he is fouled on the play.
That's where that 6 feet 8 inches helps. Watch him throw it up and chase it down. He just throws it up and he tries to surround it. He keeps going after it instead of bailing out. You'll see him in the right. There he comes back in, gets it over Kobe Dietrich, back up, and is fouled, and will shoot the free throw.
Free throw won't drop. 8 points in the ball game for Magic Johnson. Jabbar has gone out of the game, and Jim Jones is into the lineup. They're back up center. Here comes Boone as the ball bounced out long off the rebound in the lane to Kenny Carr. Nice pass from Boone, but Carr couldn't finish the play off. Chicago comes racing back. Mark Landsberger making his first appearance, and he turns the ball over. Now let's check the lineups. Kobe Dietrich, Ollie Johnson, Mark Landsberger, Reggie Theus, and Delmer Bayshore in the lineup now for Chicago. This is Jamaal Wilkes for the Lakers. And the Bulls touched it last. L.A. keeps it.
In this position the other day in Phoenix, Bob, the Phoenix Suns pressed him and would not let him do what they wanted, really caused chaos, and that's what gave him the lead. I don't think that will happen here because I don't think the Lakers are quick enough with this team they have in now to do that pressing.
Wilkes and Carr are the forwards. Johnson and Boone are the guards. This is Ron Boone with the long jumper. Air ball hits nothing. Taken underneath by Ollie Johnson. The Lakers center is Jim Jones, recently acquired in a deal which sent Dave Robish to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They see Jones as both a backup power forward and a reserve pivot man, and he's spelling Jabbar right now. Bayshore outside to Ollie Johnson. And the veteran Johnson with the scoop shot that won't fall. Rebound follow doesn't drop, but Landsberger is there to follow it home. They got 3 cracks at it, and Landsberger finally connects. The Bulls are in front again, 28-27. 9:50 to play in the first half. Jim Jones had some good years for Bill Fitch and the Cavaliers. Injuries have slowed him in recent seasons. Wilkes trying to underhand it to Jones, but Ed Rush blows his whistle before that play can be completed, and a foul on the Bulls. Ollie Johnson, the guilty party, his first, and the team's second in the second period. Jamaal Wilkes goes out, and Don Ford makes his first appearance in the Laker lineup. The ball knocked to the backcourt where Haywood chases it down. Looked like he traveled. Well, they're going to call a double dribble on it.
Nice job by Ollie Johnson knocking the ball away and getting down there, forcing the big man into taking a couple dribbles, and that's what you like to do on a run. Get the big guy dribbling the ball. He'll give it up to you sooner or later.
In the lane, Landsberger with a fadeaway, and it falls home for him. Landsberger with his second field goal. He had tapped one in earlier. He has 4 points. 30-27, Bulls by 3. Ron Boone to Jim Jones, operating against Dietrich, and missing over it. Landsberger
Doing what he does best.
yanking down that rebound. When you got Dietrich and Landsberger in there, there's a couple of bangers on the court.
Mark played 21 minutes the other night in Phoenix, had 13 rebounds to tie David Greenwood for high. He'll do that. He'll get the ball off the board quick.
Dietrich outside. Not many at his height have that kind of range. At 6'11", Dietrich is a threat from 18 to 20 feet. Ron Boone going to be called for the offensive foul, charging into Bayshore, and Bayshore earns a pat on the backside from Jerry Sloan. Bulls ball as we return. Bayshore tries a long one that comes up short. The rebound on a hop taken out of there by Norm Nixon. Bulls lead by 5 at 32-27. Ron Boone lunging through the lane. Bayshore with a steal. Quick bounce out of there to Sobers in a foot race with Nixon to the basket, and Ricky banks one up, no good. Rebound Landsberger, and he follows it home. Landsberger really hitting the boards. 6 points for him. And he's only played 3 or 4 minutes so far. The Bulls have a 7-point lead. Jim Jones out high against Kobe Dietrich. And a whistle as he bounces one through the lane for Spencer Haywood, who has returned to the lineup carrying those 3 fouls for the Lakers. Jack McKinney, emulating his former mentor Jack Ramsey, who was always down on one knee in front of the Portland bench. McKinney opting for the same style here with the Lakers, and Bayshore with another steal. Now he's in a 1-on-2 situation, decides to slow it up. Ollie Johnson walked with it. Couldn't quite plant the foot, dragged it, and the traveling call gives the ball to the Lakers with 7:51 to play in the second period, and the Bulls in front by 7. The home opener Saturday against the Phoenix Suns, a team that many tab as a legitimate contender for the NBA title this year. The Bulls would tend to agree after what happened to them Sunday night in Phoenix. Chicago coming up with the steal, Dietrich taking the ball away.
Good defense by this team that's been in there now. They've upset the Lakers, taking them out of what they want to do offensively.
Don Ford on Ollie Johnson. Landsberger, watched by Spencer Haywood. Bayshore around Boone, finds Dietrich, side jump. Just beat the 24-second clock, and Jones is there to yank down the rebound. Nixon against Bayshore. Around him using a screen and finding Jones. And Jimmy Jones connects. First bucket of the night for the former Cavalier. Delmer Bayshore played last year in the Western Basketball League after being cut by the Bucks. Sobers from 20. He keeps missing long. He's missed about 4 in a row, all of them too heavy. Lakers back with the ball and a chance to cut into the 5-point Chicago lead. Haywood in traffic, got it off the glass. Dietrich comes hustling back. Jones picks him up. And Sobers guarded by Boone.
Bulls not getting a very good shot selection right now, Bob. They're playing pretty good defense, picking up the ball, and when they're scoring, they're getting it off the offensive board, but not really good shot selection.
Landsberger from 15. And Mark Landsberger finally misses one. He had hit 3 in a row. Jones with another rebound. Nixon comes weaving his way through a crowd all the way down the lane. What a move by Norm Nixon. Los Angeles is back to within 1. Nixon has 4 points, 33 Bulls. Here's Bayshore, and his pass is intercepted by Ron Boone. Bayshore deflects the pass by Boone. He gets it back, and Haywood completes the play with a stuff. The Lakers have a lead, and the Bulls want a timeout. For the Bulls, Artis Gilmore is back in. Mark Landsberger is out. Kobe Dietrich moves to a power forward spot. Ollie Johnson gets off a lunging one-hander. The rebound to Abdul-Jabbar has just come back in, and a lead to Norm Nixon. The Lakers have run off 10 unanswered points, turning a 34-27 deficit into a 37-34 lead. Nixon now with 6. Great outlet by Jabbar. And a whistle from Bernie Fryer. Foul on Magic Johnson, who has also come in after the timeout. Johnson replaced Boone. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came back in, replacing Jim Jones after the timeout. Foul on Magic Johnson is his third. Also the third team foul. Kobe Dietrich has his pass batted away, then recovers and gets it to Gilmore. Dietrich outside, behind a Gilmore screen now. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Bayshore moving it around. Sobers losing it off the knee. The Chicago turnovers continue, and Dietrich goes out, and David Greenwood returns to the Bull lineup. Lakers have run 10 in a row, but here comes an offensive foul.
Bayshore playing smart heads-up basketball, stepped in front of Nixon that time, and Nixon was just cutting through off the ball, and he knocked him down, and now Reggie Theus comes back in, and we're just one short of our starting lineup for the Bulls. If you notice on Eddie Rush's arm, you'll see a number 5. That 5 is in the memory of Mendy Rudolph, who passed away in July. He was the Dean of Officials, 23 years in the NBA, and a former sales staff member at WGN.
What a great guy he was, too. One of the great storytellers, a Damon Runyon-type character, Mendy Rudolph. David Greenwood taking the pass inside from Theus and breaking the scoring drought for the Bulls. 9 points now for Greenwood. The Bulls had been outscored 10-0 during that stretch by the Lakers. Before the basket by Greenwood. Haywood taking it tough to the hoop in traffic. And a foul on the Bulls. And Artis, Gilmore, and Jerry Sloan are both upset.
I think it's going to go against Artis here. Take a look at him driving down the lane. Watch Artis come over in your picture. Haywood goes up. Artis goes up and gets the ball, but does come down. And he's going to pick up the foul. That's number 3 on Artis.
And the fourth team foul on the Bulls in the quarter, which has 4:22 remaining in it. The Lakers have crept back in front by a point.
If you notice, the Lakers really haven't run any plays. They've been fast breaking and turning errors by the Bulls into their total offense to take the lead on them.
Haywood's first free throw is a good one. He had some big games for New Orleans last year when the Jazz were stationed there after they acquired him from the Knicks. He was supposed to be the savior in New York. That never worked out. They hope that he'll be happy with his rebounding role here in Los Angeles. They gave up Adrian Dantley to get him, so they paid a high price. The 2 free throws by Haywood give them a 3-point lead. Theus into Gilmore, back to Reggie. This just misses being a 3-pointer. It also just misses falling in, but Ollie Johnson was there to tap it home. Theus was just inside the 3-point line as he let it go, and Johnson gets credit for the follow-up basket. Bernie Fryer says that Spencer Haywood walked. The Bulls get the ball and a chance to go back in front.
And that's the Magic. No, that's
Jamaal Wilkes.
Jamaal Wilkes down on the floor. Might have caught a knee in the leg, side of the leg. Jack Curran, the trainer for the Los Angeles Lakers, out looking at him. Looks like maybe this little wind knocked out of him, and down he went. Jamaal Wilkes had some great years at not only UCLA, but also went on to play with Golden State.
Played with their championship team, of course, during the 74-75 season.
UCLA has put out so many fine players, but let's talk a little bit about Las Vegas, Nevada. They're coming in the league left and right. Johnny High of Phoenix and
3/4 of the Bulls' backcourt core made up.
That's right.
Of former members of Jerry Tarkanian's team. Now that Sam Smith has been signed as a 4th guard. And of course the 2 starters, Sobers and Theus, both played there. Ollie Johnson inside to Artis. Whirling down the lane for the hook over Kareem, and he's got it. The Bulls are in front again by 1 at 40-39. 3:33 to play in the second period. Norm Nixon against Ricky Sobers. To Jabbar. He'll try and get it back with a hook of his own, and he can't. Rebound fought for, and Gilmore comes away with it. Sobers firing it ahead to Theus. Theus with a whirling move. Couldn't get it down.
Exciting even when he misses, isn't he?
Nixon off the pass from Magic Johnson gives the Lakers the lead again. I'll tell you, Magic Johnson would have been happy with that move by Reggie Theus if he could have pulled it off himself. The only thing wrong with it, the shot didn't drop. 41-40 Lakers by 1 as we ride the seesaw here with 2:50 to play in the first half. Ollie Johnson out to David Greenwood, and his shot deflected and broken up by Haywood, and the Lakers come away with the ball. Nixon finds Johnson alone. May have traveled, no call. Outside Wilkes with the jumper, and the rebound pulled in by Greenwood. Sobers grabs the outlet. Theus on the run. Collides with Nixon, and no foul, just the ball out of bounds to Chicago as Nixon touched it last. 2:32 left. Sobers quickly off the inbound, and he still can't buy one. Ricky is ice cold. Haywood clears the boards for Los Angeles. Nixon all the way. And a foul as he made his move down the lane.
David Greenwood lowering his shoulder on him. Loses Ricky Sobers. Greenwood, right at the bottom of your screen, collides with him. Nixon will shoot two.
Foul on Greenwood, his first, team's fifth. Shooting from the Chicago backcourt, not overwhelming. Ricky Sobers, 1 of 7. Reggie Theus, 2 of 9. Nixon's first free throw gives the Lakers a 2-point lead.
We just haven't had any penetration by our guards, and I think that's due to the good job of defending that Jabbar has got. He bluffs you.
Nixon is now in double figures with 10 points as he makes both from the charity stripe. Here's the lob into Artis. Outside Greenwood. Pretty move to the hoop, but it hung on there and fell off for him, no good. Lakers come back on the run. Nixon's pass broken up by Gilmore, and the Wild scramble won by Nixon. And that wins an ovation from the Forum crowd. Magic Johnson says, let's slow it down, but not for long. Tried to get it to Wilkes, deflected by Dietrich, and out of bounds.
That looked like showtime, didn't it?
Coming up at halftime, John Drury will have the news on WGN. We're a minute 53 from the end of the second quarter. Shot clock is at 9 seconds as Wilkes prepares to inbound. And off the knee of Spencer Haywood, it appeared, but Ed Rush will say that it's Los Angeles ball, so perhaps Kobe Dietrich got his hand in there and touched it. That took 1 second off the shot clock, which now reads 8. Haywood inbounds to Nixon for the pop. Rebound, Kobe Dietrich. A basket here would cut it to 1. Sobers slowly across the timeline, picked up by Nixon. And Theus guarded by Magic Johnson. Jabbar using the outstretched hand against Gilmore. David Greenwood on the lob to Artis for the jumper off the glass, spins out for him. No luck at all on the shot, and Magic has the rebound. Down he comes, left-hand toss to a wide-open Nixon. Bang! Assist Johnson, basket Nixon. Little Norm not known as a scorer, but he's got a dozen. And the Lakers have a 5-point edge. 1:05 to play before halftime. A whistle from Bernie Fryer as Sobers tried to whirl and get the pass away. You're watching Bulls basketball on WGN Television, Channel 9 in Chicago.
You know, that last play that Magic Johnson made was exactly what he did at Michigan State. He used to be the back man in the zone. He'd take the ball off the board defensively and just take it down and create his fast break from that rebound.
The foul is on Nixon, his third, and it's only team foul number 4. So with just over a minute to play in the quarter, the Lakers have not yet gone beyond the limit. Dietrich threw it away trying to get it to Artis, and Artis couldn't save it in. On the Bull turnover, the Lakers have a chance to lengthen their lead to 7. Does Artis appear noticeably slowed up to you tonight, Johnny?
No, I don't think he doesn't look like he's really favoring it. What it really looks like is the Bulls are doing things the hard way. They're looking to pass, telegraphing their pass instead of being smooth with them.
Jabbar with the skyhook to give the Lakers a 7-point lead. Johnson has gone out, Boone in, Haywood out, Kenny Carr in the closing minute for Jack McKinney's Lakers. Dietrich top of the key. Reggie Theus, 15-footer. And Reggie is still cold. In a crowd, he walked with it.
Too anxious now. They got their do-it-yourself kits out trying to get back in 30 seconds. You got to peck away at that lead, Bob, and maybe trail by 3 or 4 when you get on the locker room instead of 10.
There you see the time remaining in the first half. The Bulls have led most of the way. The Lakers had one stretch where they ran off 10 straight, and they took a 3-point lead briefly. Then the Bulls went back in front. Now, toward the close of this first half, the Lakers have reestablished control, and they lead by 7. Boone had trouble hanging on to a good pass from Abdul-Jabbar. Gilmore clears the board, but his long up-court pass in Norm Nixon 10 points for Jamaal Wilkes. Magic Johnson has 8, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 9. Laker ball as the second half begins. They have run off 10 consecutive points dating back to the second quarter. Magic Johnson with it. Johnson and Nixon are the guards. Abdul-Jabbar is the center. Wilkes and Haywood are the forwards. Johnson the turnaround on the baseline. That's 12 unanswered Los Angeles points. And their biggest lead, an 11-point edge at 51-40. The attendance tonight just announced at the Forum 15,073 for their home opener. Bulls open at home Saturday night against the Phoenix Suns. Our next telecast, 7:30 Sunday night from Milwaukee against the Bucks. Scott May cutting down the lane, finding Gilmore. And again, the dry spell for the Bulls is finally broken as Gilmore banks it in, and he breaks into double figures with 11. The Magic Man comes across. Jamaal Wilkes guarded by May. The lob to Johnson. He was fouled by Theus.
Not much Theus can do, and that's the old alley-oop. Turn your head, watch it over the top by Wilkes. Reggie had his head turned and had to come down, and his momentum just carried to the baseline. He had to foul Magic Johnson. He goes to shoot two.
Foul on Theus, his third, and the Bulls' first in the third quarter, which has 11:03 left in it. A 10-point Laker lead as Johnson makes the first, and now the second. They're up by 11. Ricky Sobers and Reggie Theus at the guards. David Greenwood and Scott May at the forwards. Artis Gilmore the center. For the Bulls as the second half begins. May up top, watched by Wilkes. At the foul line, a lunging attempt. He got it off to Gilmore. Looked like he wanted to shoot, realized it was going to be blocked. Dumped it to Artis for the easy one. 13 for Artis. He's the high man in the game now. 10:35 left in the third. Bulls trail by 9. Nixon stumbling and recovering and firing and hitting.
Shades of Marcus Haynes.
And now it's Nixon who's the high man in the game as he inches in front of Gilmore. He's scored 14 now. An 11-point Laker edge at 55-44. Ricky Sobers finds Gilmore, but that's beyond Artis' range. Sobers backs Nixon to the foul line and misses long again. Greenwood with the offensive rebound. David's got it. But the shooting of Sobers, so hot on opening night at Golden State, has cooled off both at Phoenix and here in Los Angeles. Haywood outside. Down low to little Norm Nixon. Gets it outside again to Johnson. High, arching one-hander, falls home. He really had to get an arc on that one, and it fell through for him. 9.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Scott May from 20. And underneath for the rebound, Johnson.
Nobody underneath but Johnson for the rebound.
Magic Man all the way. Air ball, and it's grabbed on the other side by Ricky Sobers. Lakers have an 11-point lead. The Bulls have the basketball. Sobers the length of the floor, and he puts it in lefty. Only 4 points for Ricky. Got to get some offense out of him if the Bulls hope to come back. Johnson coming across. And quarterbacking the Laker attack, motioning players left and right. Here's Jabbar handing off to Haywood, who walks the tightrope to keep it in bounds. Kareem with the skyhook. From the foul line, it falls home. That was just about the shot he took on Friday night at San Diego to win it at the buzzer. 11 for Kareem. And an 11-point Laker lead. Greenwood hands to Theus. Theus on the drive, rejected cleanly by Abdul-Jabbar. Johnson leads a Laker break. Nixon off to Wilkes. The block and the outlet pass by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar really made the play. The Lakers have their biggest lead, 13 points, and Jerry Sloan wants a timeout. 8:13 to play in the third quarter at the Forum in Los Angeles, and the score, the Lakers in the backcourt. The rest of the lineups remain the same for both clubs. Theus on the pass from Bayshore. 61-48, the Lakers lead by 13. The Lakers are 1-0, the Bulls are 1-1. Gilmore down the lane against Kareem, tries to muscle it up over him, gets it to drop, and there's a foul. Pure strength by Artis.
Not only went up over number 33, Jabbar, but watch him go up over number 31 who tries to help out Spencer Haywood. Here's the pass. He's going to make one move and then get himself together. One fake, and now up he goes, and watch 31 get up also with him, and right over the top of both of them for in.
Gilmore's free throw, unfortunately, does not drop. He doesn't complete the three-point play. Kareem with the rebound, and we've got a 61-50 game, an 11-point Laker edge. Kareem in big traffic, and the foul is on Chicago. David Greenwood protests, but I think a replay will show that he was guilty.
Yeah, he said, I had the ball. Let's see, let's take a look. There's Greenwood reaching in. He had a piece of the ball.
And also a piece of Kareem's head, that's right. And Kareem's first free throw is perfect. He's a remarkable athlete for a man his size. He can put the ball on the floor, he can shoot outside, he can do just about everything you'd ask. He makes them both. 63-50, 13 points for Kareem and a 13-point Laker lead. Artis out high as the cutters go through. He finds Greenwood. Back to Artis, backing in on Jabbar. Long jump, Bayshore, won't fall. Up high for the rebound, Magic Johnson. Outlet to a racing Nixon. Norm Nixon lays it up and it spins away. Followed up and in by Jamaal Wilkes. Every member of the Lakers was out running full tilt on that play. Greenwood at the top of the key, watched by Haywood. Little Delmer Bayshore gets it back from Gilmore and misses. Wilkes there for the rebound. Norm Nixon comes weaving his way through traffic. Finds Kareem. He spins and travels. Wanted to move down the lane for the hook, but he walked.
I see Sloan looking down the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if he's taking a look at Sam Smith. He's looking for somebody to come along. He's coming back now with Ricky Sobers, I guess.
Greenwood up top to Bayshore. He swings it to Theus and now Artis. Back to Reggie, top of the key, Scott May. Lets it go from there, yes. 65-52, only 4 points for Scotty. 6:35 to play in the third quarter.
Going to be a new backcourt in there in a minute. Looks like it's going to be the Las Vegas, Nevada. Ricky Sobers and Sam Smith, I believe.
Here goes Kareem in a crowd, and Ed Rush says somebody held him as he made his move.
Let's take a look at these two big men in action, Bob. There's Artis has got the left hand out there and just riding him a little bit. The foul was on Artis Gilmore, as now Reggie Theus and Delmer Bayshore leave the game.
Sudden Sam Smith makes his first appearance. He didn't play at Golden State, got into the game toward the end at Phoenix, and fired home a couple of three-pointers.
At 10 quick points, and looked good handling the ball. Moved the ball pretty good.
So it's Sobers and Smith at the guards now for Chicago. The foul on Gilmore was his fourth. A pretty pass from Jabbar to a cutting Johnson, but Johnson jammed himself on the rim on the attempted stuff. Here comes Greenwood. And Artis to follow it home. Credit Gilmore with the 2 points, and now he's limping. He may have sprained the knee on that play. He goes hobbling back the other way, wincing in pain.
Come on, baby.
Haywood outside. Beyond his usual range, but he hits it. 67-54. The foul on Artis a moment ago was his fourth and the team's third. Down the lane, Sobers. Great play by Ricky. He saw some daylight and cut right through it.
He can shoot with either hand as he goes through on a pretty layup. He'll go either to his right or left. Had Jabbar on his right, laid it up with the left.
6 points for Ricky Sobers, who plays Nixon on defense. Kareem whirls right around Artis, but it's blocked back in his face.
And that was by David Greenwood. He does it so well, helping his teammates.
We're going to take another look at that in a moment. In the meantime, Scott May retains possession for the Bulls after the ball was knocked free. Shot clock inside 10 seconds. Up with the jumper, and it's short is Greenwood, following his own loose ball, and he comes up with it. Hustling play. Scotty May to the bucket. Gilmore with the rebound. Third try, and this one won't fall. And finally, it's Kareem who wrests it away from everybody. Bullets one up court for Magic. And now Johnson slows the pace slightly. The Lakers have an 11-point lead, and now they want a timeout. 4:44 to play in the third quarter at the Forum, and the score, the Lakers 67 and the Bulls 56.
And we're going to take a look at Jabbar going up. Gilmore with him. Watch Greenwood come in, go up in the air, and just slam the ball back. He has done that so well, Bob. Not only blocking his shot on his own man, but helping his teammates, and that's something the Bulls lacked last year.
UCLA flavor all over the place here. Greenwood, Jabbar, Jamaal, Wilkes, Brad Holland on the bench for the LA Lakers. I glance to my right. I see Gail Goodrich and Keith Erickson taking in the game here at the Forum. You can't escape those Bruins. The 24-second clock ran out. The shot came up short, didn't hit the rim, and on the violation, the Lakers relinquish control of the ball, and the Bulls get it back. Since leading 40-39, they've been outscored 28-16, and they've fallen behind by 11 at 67-56. That 40-39 Bull lead came with 3:35 to play in the first half. Gilmore has it swatted away, and Ron Boone is there with the steal. The former ABA star pulls up, tries to get the shot away, going to be called for traveling as the ball was deflected, and then he picked it back up. Jack McKinney argues that it was a bad call and should be a jump ball.
And it would have ended up with Boone jumping against Artis, so either way, the Bulls might have come away with the possession.
Boone and Johnson are the Laker guards. Jim Jones is giving Kareem a rest, and he's playing center. Gilmore hooks over Jones and connects, and it's so much easier to do that than it is against Kareem. 19 for Artis, playing in pain tonight with an injured knee. Jones right side to Haywood. Haywood and Wilkes are in the corners for the Lakers. Magic Johnson has it spin out, follows his own. He was fouled. The basket counts.
Good move, and again, at that 6 foot 8 inches, he can go down there and take his guard down. Watch him come, get the ball down low. Watch him put it up, and Smith tries to hold him out and just backs him out of there, and no blocking out at all. And all the red shirts around, but the gold one comes away with the basketball.
Foul is on Scott May, his second, team's fourth in this third quarter, which now has 3:46 left in it. And after the completion of the three-point play, Johnson has 17 points, and the Lakers have a 12-point advantage at 70-58. Greenwood way outside. And Gilmore side of the lane. Back to David, returns to Artis. He'll try to operate against Jones, and he connects off the glass. It's obvious that Artis wants to go to work on the smaller Jones.
I'd like to see Greenwood get a little more aggressive offensively. You know, he makes the good pass. He stands around on the perimeter, but I'd like to see him go after it.
Bulls with the steal and the basket. Sudden Sam Smith appeared suddenly, took it the length of the floor after the steal, and the lead is down to 8 at 70-62. Smith's first basket of the night. Smith and Sobers are the guards. May and Greenwood are the forwards. Gilmore is the center. That's the Chicago lineup. Wilkes bounces to Boone for the pop. Won't fall for Ronnie, but Jones has the offensive rebound. A driving one-hander by Johnson won't go. Rebound batted around, and out of the pack is Sobers. Almost lost it, then he keeps it, and Ed Wilkes calls a foul.
That's number 4 on Magic Johnson, I believe, and he got him really in a place where you don't want to commit that foul, and in no danger area around midcourt. Gilmore's going to leave the game here now.
And Kobe Dietrich comes in to replace him. The foul was on Magic Johnson, his fourth, team second. I believe a moment ago I called Ed Rush Ed Wilkes. My apologies to Ed. 2:39 remaining in the third quarter. And the Bulls are making a move to get back in this one. They trail by 8, and they'll have the ball after the timeout. Scores of other games. The Nets check at the Knicks. Beat Houston tonight at Madison Square Garden, 126-121. The Rockets are off to an 0-3 start. The Knicks are 2-1, 126-121 Knicks tonight at the Garden in New York. At Atlanta, San Antonio beat the Hawks, 118-116. The Spurs are 1-1, and the Hawks are off to a 1-2 start. At Cleveland, the Cavaliers won their first game for Stan Albeck, beating Detroit 137-117. And for Detroit and Dick Vitale, their first defeat of the year. Cleveland is 1-2. Detroit is 2-1. Bobby Leonard's Indiana Pacers won tonight at home, 113-100 over the New Jersey Nets. Kevin Lockery's club is 1-2, and Indiana moved into the Central Division this year, where some people think they'll be a contender. They're 2-1 on the young season. Our next telecast on WGN will be this coming Sunday, 7:30 airtime from Milwaukee, as the Bulls take on Marcus Johnson, Brian Winters, Quinn Buckner, Dave Myers, and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bulls and the Bucks, 7:30 Sunday night on Channel 9. That is the night after the Bulls' home opener in Chicago against Paul Westphal, Walter Davis, and the rest of John McLeod's Phoenix Suns. Artis Gilmore has made 6 out of 7 shots in this third quarter. The Bulls are 11 for 20 in the quarter. LA 8 for 17 as a team in this third period. A basket here could cut it down to 6. Ollie Johnson is in the lineup. He gets it off to Smith. Sam's jumper won't fall. Carr loses the rebound. Smith puts it back up, and an offensive foul.
He got a little excited. He went in there and got that rebound. And, you know, when you're fighting for a job and a position at a club, you get a little nervous sometimes. Instead of taking it out and doing what you normally would do if you get a lot of playing time, you want to rush it along.
That's Smith's first foul of the night, and the 4th team foul against Chicago. Wilkes with the ball out high. Finds Jones, guarded by Dietrich, inside to Boone. Acrobatic attempt, doesn't fall, but Ron was fouled. And Boone, who is one of the better free throw shooters in the NBA, will be at the line for 2.
Watch the quick play to catch. Watch it underneath now. Jones hits Boone. He's up and in the air as Smith fouled him on a shot. Boone will be shooting 2.
Second foul on Smith. It puts the Bulls over the limit and gives Boone 3 chances to make 2. Boone played for so many years with the Utah Stars of the ABA. Later with Kansas City in the NBA, and now with the Lakers. Has his first 2 points of the night as he makes them both at the line. 72-62, it's a 10-point Laker lead. We have 2:08 to play in the third quarter. Kobe Dietrich outside. And a long jumper by Smith. The rebound to Wilkes. Quick outlet to Ron Boone. Here they come on the run. Norm Nixon stutter stepping against Sam Smith. Gives it off to Wilkes. Some reaction from the crowd as a few people thought he traveled, but no call. Jim Jones. Off to Kenny Carr. Shot clock is down to 5 seconds, and the steal as Johnson batted it over to Dietrich. And it's taken right back by Ron Boone. Here he goes to the bucket. He's got it. Boone with the steal in the basket. Big turnaround. Bulls could have cut it to 8. Instead, they trail by 12.
Just when they get it down a little bit. Just when you think it's safe to go back in the water.
Dietrich outside, 20-footer, got it. It's the second long one that Kobe has hit tonight. They're going to have to come out and challenge him on those. 4 points for him. 1:09 to play third quarter. Don Ford is at the scorer's table. He'll check in shortly for Jack McKinney and the Lakers. Jamaal Wilkes. Watched by Ollie Johnson. He bounces it to Nixon. 4 seconds to shoot. Jones is going to have to force it. Batted away and out of bounds by David Greenwood, and the shot clock has expired. Now they may put 1 second back onto it, or let's see, they get 5 here.
Yeah, don't get him 5.
Give him 5 because it went out of bounds just before the shot clock would have expired. 5 seconds to shoot. Nixon has to get it away in a hurry. Threw it away, intended for Ron Boone. Jamaal Wilkes out. Don Ford in for the Lakers. Less than 50 seconds to play third quarter. A basket here would cut the Laker lead down to 8.
I'd like to see Sam Smith stay outside of the 3-point lane.
Ricky Sobers. Kobe Dietrich. And Sobers again. He was beyond the 3-point line. Didn't let it go. They've got only 2 seconds to shoot.
Oh, wow.
That's been an unbelievable shot.
Underhand scooper.
I don't think that's in his usual repertoire.
He had to get rid of it quick, too, because the time was running out. Beautiful play.
Both teams are playing good defense as we have 14 seconds remaining. And there you see it ticking down toward 10 in this third quarter. We have had a number of situations where the shot clock has either run out or nearly run out on the offensive club. That one is missed. 2 seconds to get a shot away, and Sobers won't. So the Bulls are within 8 at the end of 3. From the Forum, the score, the Lakers 74 and the Bulls 66. Fourth quarter with David Greenwood, Ollie Johnson, and Kobe Dietrich up front. Sam Smith and Ricky Sobers at the guards. Boone and Nixon in the backcourt for the Lakers as Dietrich handles it outside for the Bulls, swinging it over to Greenwood. And the jumper from the foul line by Ollie Johnson rolls around and falls through, and we've got a 6-point game.
Good motion by the Bulls the first time this period. This half.
Jones is the center, Carr and Ford are the forwards, and the guards are Boone and Nixon. This is Nixon with a tough shot, and it falls through. 76-68, they lead by 8 again, and Nixon is enjoying a 16-point night. Nixon playing the D on Ricky Sobers. Underneath to a cutting Smith. Sam Smith can't get it. Kenny Carr pulls it down after battling his own teammate Don Ford for it. Ron Boone coming across. Boone in three-point territory as he bounces to Jones, who's giving Kareem a breather. Jones the fadeaway. Way off the mark, but Kenny Carr has the offensive rebound. Taken away from him by Ollie Johnson. Here comes Sobers accelerating back the other way, dishing it off to Greenwood, and he blew the stop. The Bulls get it back. Greenwood has it again, and if this falls, it counts. It doesn't. David will be at the line for 2.
Yeah, he did something there. He went to windmill the ball in. He made the same move. He made the same move in Phoenix and made the shot, and it looked like he took off too far. I thought he did here. Now he's going to get strong and go back up and in. And he's going to get fouled out by Ford.
Don Ford's first foul and the Lakers' first team foul in the final quarter. If Greenwood makes them both, we've got a 6-point game. He's halfway there at 76-69.
And you'll see sprinting off the bench Jabbar very shortly. I would think if the Bulls close it down any more than that.
Second one is missed, and who touched it last as it went out? The Bulls did. The Lakers have the ball and a 7-point lead. Here's the missed stuff.
Like he starts swinging a little bit too far and jammed it on the back of the rim.
Ultimately, it cost them a point because the stuff would have been good for 2, and David made only 1 of 2 at the line after being fouled. Nixon, however, travels. That's a break for the Bulls as Jabbar checks back in for the Lakers. Chicago ball with 10:35 remaining, and a chance to cut the Laker lead down to 5 with a basket here.
They'll take the ice off Artis' knee, and he'll be back in there very shortly, too.
Sobers down low, puts it up with the left hand.
Good pass by Sam Smith.
And Ricky Sobers showing that ability to score inside with either hand. Cuts the lead down to 5. 8 points for Ricky Sobers. And the Lakers commit another turnover. Their second in a row as Nixon couldn't handle the bounce pass from Ford. And here comes Artis back in as the Bulls prepare to make their move. Unofficially, the Lakers with 24 turnovers, the Bulls with 16. And Jamaal Wilkes also checks in. And Spencer Haywood as well. Ford goes out, Jones goes out, Carr goes out as Jack McKinney gets the big guys in there to brace himself for this run by the Bulls.
Sam Smith getting a little playing time.
Sobers giving it up to Smith, and now Artis. Kobe Dietrich from 20, and Dietrich has been an offensive catalyst off the bench for the Bulls. Good ball movement.
Great ball movement. Now they're moving around real good, looking for the open shot, and then they've got good balanced rebounding.
The lead is down to 3. It's 76-73, and the long one won't drop. A rebounding foul. It'll go against the Lakers.
Against Jabbar, he was leaning all over Artis. Artis just gave ground. Watch, see what happens there. That was under the Lakers' basket, and Jabbar was leaning, really heavily leaning against Gilmore. Let's see if we can see it now. Down underneath for all the action. All right, well, they're all on the floor.
Kareem's third foul and the team's second in the fourth quarter. A basket here, and we've got a 1-point game. Ollie Johnson won't fall, and Kareem has the rebound. Magic Johnson now. Guarded by 2. Finds Haywood. There's the dunk. Outstanding assist by Magic Johnson. He was double-teamed, and yet he found the open man. 9:05 left. Lakers by 5 as Sobers double boosts and hits off the glass. And the Bulls come right back.
Tempo's picked up, hasn't it?
Sobers coming alive late in the game is now in double figures with 10. Ron Boone in the lane intended for Jabbar, and the Bulls come up with a steal. Smith off to Sobers all the way to the bucket, banks it in. It is a 1-point game at 78-77 with plenty of time left. clock is moving at 8:35. And Jack McKinney wants the Lakers to call a timeout, which they made his last 5 attempts in succession. And the Bulls are within 1 at 78-77. Laker ball after the timeout with 8:30 left. And the Bulls almost come up with a steal. But here's Johnson down the lane. A whistle as he throws it up. And a foul coming against the Bulls.
Reggie Theus replaced Sam Smith in the lineup, and first thing he did was double team and create a steal, but the Lakers were able to turn it into a shooting foul. Magic Johnson. What a great year.
And he gets the good roll.
What a great year he had with Gregory Kelser at Michigan State last year as they were the champs.
And Kelser, of course, now with the Detroit Pistons. 19 points now for Magic Johnson. And a 3-point Laker lead at 80-77. The Lakers have brought Michael Cooper in 6'6" and 170 out of New Mexico, a guy who spent last year on the injured reserve list with a knee injury. And an offensive foul against Chicago.
Intense Jerry Sloan in the 3rd game of his brief career. That was on Ricky Sobers, that foul.
And the foul on Sobers, his 3rd. Only the first team foul against the Bulls in the 4th quarter. Michael Cooper trying to take it through a crowd, and a foul on Ollie Johnson. Checking the lineups. In the backcourt, Johnson and Cooper for the Lakers. Jamaal, Wilkes, and Spencer Haywood are the forwards. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the center. Reggie Theus is back in at guard with Ricky Sobers for the Bulls. Here's Johnson in traffic along the baseline. And out to Wilkes for the long jumper, good from the corner. The Bulls going with Sobers and Theus at the guards, Gilmore the center, Kobe Dietrich at a big forward along with Ollie Johnson. The Lakers are back in front by 5. Gilmore trying to cut it to 3, but the ball is swiped away by Magic Johnson. Down comes the Magic Man, and down he goes. Gilmore showing hustle. Despite the injured knee, he goes to the floor for the loose ball. They can cut it back to 3, but Sobers' pass is intercepted. Wilkes swings it ahead and gets it back from Johnson. Blocked away by Gilmore. No foul, clean play. End-to-end action. Here comes Theus. Reggie lays it up. Good, and it counts, and he is fouled on the play. And a 3-point play here could make it a 2-point game.
I think that's going to be against Jabbar. He took it right to him. Theus got the ball and looked to see who was there. Jabbar, number 33. Reggie went right to the hoop and made the basket and has got a chance. All right, let's watch some action here. Magic Johnson passes it off, and in the Jamaal. Wilkes is going to stuff it, but no. Right street, wrong address for Artis Gilmore. Good clean block.
They played some racehorse for about a minute and a half. No baskets scored, but the ball changed hands about a half dozen times. Theus can't finish off the 3-point play. Kareem has the rebound, and the Lakers cling to a 3-point lead at 82-79. 7:05 on the 4th quarter clock. Jamaal Wilkes guarded by Ollie Johnson. In the lane for Kareem. Spinning. Tried to put it up lefty. Theus knocked it away. They're going to call a foul. And Theus almost ran right over Bernie Fryer to let him know how he felt about it.
There's the ball, and Kareem is looking to his man Artis, and coming in to take a grab at it was Reggie Theus, who picked up the foul. The Lakers have been successful at reaching in and pilfering the ball when Gilmore puts it down on the ground, but the Bulls have been able to come away with nothing but fouls when they tried.
4 fouls on Reggie Theus. And Kareem's first free throw makes it a 4-point Laker lead. 6:55 on the clock. Second one short, Dietrich for the rebound. They can cut it to a basket if they hit one here. Theus flying through. Boy, he wasted no time. A 2-point game at 83-81. A dozen points for Theus. Magic Johnson to Michael Cooper. Oh, what a pass by Magic. Theus comes racing back. Finds Ollie Johnson outside Theus. And now he'll slow things up. Hardly time to catch your breath in this 4th quarter. Sam Smith, right, back in the lineup for Chicago. Johnson in trouble. And a foul on Los Angeles.
Could be the Magic. Could be number 5.
Magic Johnson fouled Ollie Johnson, and that is number 5, Johnny, on Magic.
Norm Nixon coming.
Norm Nixon's going to come in, and Magic Johnson with the 5 fouls goes out. Kobe Dietrich out, and David Greenwood, there's David, coming back in off Jerry Sloan's bench. Sudden Sam Smith. Flips it into Reggie Theus. Cooper deflects it. Theus picks it back up. Daylight for Ollie Johnson. Short. Rebound. Attempt by Sam Smith, and a foul coming up. They're going to stay right there, and it looks like it's on the Lakers' Norm Nixon.
Haywood had 3 quick fouls early in the game. That's got to give him number 4. And to the line with 6:12 left to go, the 5th foul on the Lakers. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Sam Smith. He can cut it down to 2 points.
Well, he won't. He has just one more coming. He's disgusted with himself. You're right, Johnny. That foul was on Haywood. Nixon was also there, but they called it on Spencer. His 4th, team's 5th. And Smith makes 1 out of 2. A 3-point game at 85-82. And more than half of the final quarter still remains. 6:05 on the clock. Jamaal Wilkes guarded by Ollie Johnson. And a whistle from Bernie Pryor.
That's on Artis.
Artis Gilmore. 5th personal foul. 4th team foul.
There's the big guy. Didn't expect to play tonight, but doing a whale of a job.
Meantime, he's picked up his 5th foul and the 4th on the Bulls. Haywood loses it. Gilmore comes up with the loose ball, but Artis is going to have to be careful in the final 5 minutes and 52 seconds because one more foul and he's gone. A basket here could cut it to 1. Reggie Theus to David Greenwood. Up in a crowd. Won't count. Offensive foul. Jerry Sloan is doing a war dance along the sideline in front of the Bulls bench, and his assistant Phil Johnson
and Pryor is not his
agreement.
favorite. Pryor is not his favorite official either. He used to guard Bernie Pryor.
That's right. Bernie Pryor played in the NBA with Portland and with New Orleans. Played in the ABA with the old Spirits of St. Louis for a while as well. Kareem cutting down the lane, and he's tripped up. There's a foul coming. It's Ollie Johnson who raises his hand.
Watch that offensive foul. Reggie Theus with the ball down and under. David Greenwood goes up and he pushes off. He did. He caught him pretty good there. Artis is leaving the game now.
Ollie Johnson raised his hand trying to take the blame for that foul, but they call it on Artis Gilmore, and that is his 6th. So Ollie's attempted ploy did not work. Gilmore walked away from the official as the whistle blew, and Johnson raised his hand, hoping that it would be Johnson who would draw the foul, but instead it's Artis, and the Bulls must play the final 5:34 without him.
They've been looking for somebody to give Artis a 5 or 6 minute blow, but not the last 5 or 6 minutes of the ball game.
One more coming for Kareem with his team in front by 4. And it stays that way as it spins out. Dietrich was shoved as he pulled down the rebound, and that's foul number 5 on Spencer Haywood. You're watching Bulls basketball on WGN Television, Channel 9 in Chicago.
Well, that helps you get it back in a hurry. You lose your big man, go to the line, they get 1 free throw, and Kobe Dietrich now has the chance to come back and whittle 2 points off of this 4-point margin by the Bulls, by the Lakers.
Artis Gilmore leaves the game with 21 points as Dietrich hits. Artis made 10 of 13 from the floor, and he had 13 rebounds despite playing at less than 100%, bothered by a very painful knee injury. So a fine performance under adverse circumstances by Artis Gilmore. The 2 free throws by Dietrich make this a 2-point game at 86-84. And a heavy load on Kobe's shoulders down the stretch here as Artis must watch the rest of the game from the bench. Michael Cooper. Nixon all alone. Cooper spotted him, a 4-point Laker lead. Nixon with 18 points. 5:10 on the clock. Lakers by 4. Theus and Sobers are the guards. Dietrich is the center. Greenwood and Ollie Johnson are the forwards for Jerry Sloan. Theus dishes off to Dietrich. Out top, Greenwood cuts down the lane, and it's batted away by Kareem. A clean block. Lakers come down on the break. Lightning quick, Norm Nixon, but he missed the layup. Following it home, however, is Jamaal Wilkes. Nixon really accelerated and blew by everybody. Unfortunately for him, his shot wouldn't stay down, but Wilkes, hustling all the way, trailing the play, tapped it home. 18 for Jamaal, and a 6-point Laker advantage. Sobers outside with 4.5 left in the game. Now Kobe Dietrich from 20. He finally missed one of those. Rebound bounces out to Cooper. Wilkes is ahead of the field. Easy bucket. And the Lakers have run off 6 in a row, increasing a 2-point edge to 8. The Bulls asked for about a couple of minutes ago. In the backcourt, Reggie Theus and Ricky Sobers. For the Lakers, Michael Cooper, who has played well in this fourth quarter and did not play prior to the fourth period, is at one guard spot, Norm Nixon at the other. The forwards are Wilkes and Haywood, and Kareem remains at center. Greenwood outside, down the lane. Whistle as he makes his move. And a foul on the Lakers. Could have been a three-point play if the shot stayed down.
Good job. He turned around. Greenwood turns around, faces the hoop. Watch him face the hoop on Jabbar. Jabbar goes to his right side, and he just swings around, drives by him left, and picks up the foul, and he shoots 2.
At this point, the difference in the game is entirely from the free throw line. Prior to that shot by Greenwood, the Lakers had an 8-point lead, and they had made 20 of 24 from the line, while the Bulls had made 12 of 19. So the field goals are dead even in the game. The 2 free throws by Greenwood cut it down to 6 now at 92-86. Exactly 4 minutes remaining. 14 points for Greenwood. Greenwood on Haywood. Cooper trying to get it down low. It's batted away and out of bounds, and it was touched last by the Lakers. So on the LA turnover, the Bulls have an opportunity to cut it to 4. And still 3:46 left. Sobers to Greenwood. Given daylight from 20. Won't fall. Nothing but gold shirts underneath. Norm Nixon comes away with the ball. Michael Cooper will try it and miss it. Greenwood with the rebound. Bulls want to run. Theus is ahead of the pack if Sobers can spot him, which he didn't, and Ricky misses the shot. Kareem for the Kareem. Ahead it goes to Haywood. Sobers chasing him, fouled him. 2 shots coming up for Haywood. Actually, 3 chances to make 2.
Sobers really had to grab him. Jabbar got that rebound and looked out and saw Spencer Haywood ahead of the pack. And you'll see him down ready to go. All Ricky could do is reach out and try to grab him. And just lost the ball a little bit. And Spencer Haywood will shoot 3 to make 2 as Magic Johnson sprints back off the bench and replaces Cooper, who did a pretty good defensive job while he was out there.
For the Lakers, Haywood, Wilkes, Abdul-Jabbar, Nixon, and Magic Johnson. First one by Spencer. Spins out. Still a 6-point lead, 3:19 on the clock. One more coming. He's got 3 to make 2. Spencer Haywood has scored 11. Olympic star for the United States in 1968 out of the University of Detroit. He makes 2 out of 3. And the Laker lead is up to 8 at 94-86. Reggie Theus in the lane to Landsberger for the fadeaway. 6-point game.
Putting the pressure right on him.
8 points for Mark. Exactly 3 minutes to play. Magic Johnson guarded by Reggie Theus. Spencer Haywood puts it on the floor, then gives it up to Nixon. Nixon with a tough shot in traffic that won't fall. Landsberger with good position, all alone for the rebound. They can cut it to 4 with a basket here. Clock shows 2:42. Ricky Sobers out high. That's 3-point territory as he backs away with the dribble.
That would have been a time to let it fly with nobody around you.
Reggie Theus thinks about it. Eyeing the clock. Sobers a 3-pointer. It's way short. Line drive rebound taken by Wilkes. That was the first 3-point attempt by either side in the game. Now Wilkes fires. And it spins out. Chicago with the rebound, and they're still alive. Here comes Reggie Theus, 1-on-2. Gets it underneath, intended for Landsberger, but it's intercepted by Wilkes. That was a dangerous pass. Landsberger surrounded. Magic Johnson having trouble finding the handle, but eventually he does. The Lakers lead by 6, exactly 2 minutes left. Kareem wheels to the basket and is fouled.
That pass a little too tough to handle. Take a look at Kareem making his fake. Watch him going to the basket. Just misses the stuff. Goes under Reggie. Reggie picked Kobe Dietrich off. The most nervous guy in Chicago's got to be Rod Thorne, sitting back there with his leg in a cast from that Achilles tendon problem he's had. Waiting for the outcome of this one.
And of course, Bulls fans anxiously awaiting Saturday night when the Phoenix Suns come to town for Chicago's home opener. That's this coming Saturday night, October the 20th, and that'll be followed by a telecast the next night from Milwaukee here on Channel 9, 7:30 Sunday night, as the Bulls take on the Bucks. 17 points now for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and an 8-point Laker lead with less than 2 minutes left. Kobe Dietrich. Greenwood double pumping, has it knocked away, and it's still Chicago ball.
3-point time, and I don't know if the Bulls have anybody in there that can fire that three-pointer up.
Bayshore and Smith are probably their best at it. And John Mengelt, when he gets back off the injured reserve list with that bad back, would also be a good candidate. A technical foul is going to be called here on Kobe Dietrich, I believe, Johnny.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't know what it's about, but it must have been some questioning of the ancestry of one of the officials or so.
And there is no questioning now that the Lakers are in the driver's seat, 97-88 after Nixon hits the technical foul shot. 1:41 remaining, and Sam Smith does come in now off Jerry Sloan's bench. He replaces Reggie Theus. We mentioned John Mengelt. Today is his 30th birthday. Bulls controller Erwin Mandel also celebrating a birthday. Approximately 30 for Erwin as well.
No foul, no foul, no foul.
Lakers double teaming on defense, but Greenwood got it away in traffic. Tough bucket for David. 16 points for the rookie out of UCLA.
In no hurry either right now, the Lakers.
15 on the shot clock. Magic Johnson double team. Finding Cooper inside, reverse layup. Assist for Magic and the basket for Michael Cooper. 9-point Laker lead, and they're filing out of the Forum. 3-point try by Sam Smith. Off the mark, loose ball. Lakers touched it last, with Kareem reaching in and batting it away from Greenwood. Bulls ball with 1:12 left, and they trail by 9. And it goes to Kobe Dietrich. He knows all about the three-pointer, having played many years in the ABA. There's a 3-point try, gunned up by Smith, and again it's short. The one thing about the three-pointer, it's exciting, but it's not the world's greatest percentage shot.
No, right now that's all the Bulls can do to get him back in the game.
Nixon to Kareem, and there's some icing on the cake. 101-90 Lakers by 11. They will be 2-0. There's another three-pointer gunned up, and this one falls through. Ricky Sobers hitting the first three-pointer for either club tonight. 101-93. The Lakers will be 2-0. The Bulls will be 1-2, 35 seconds from now. The Bulls go on to San Diego on Thursday night. The Clippers will still be without. Magic whips it to Kareem, and the fans are getting their money's worth in the final seconds. 21 for Abdul-Jabbar. Another three-pointer. Good again by Ricky Sobers. Do you believe this? 103-96 with 15 seconds. Johnson to Cooper, and another reverse layup. Sobers again. Almost his third three-pointer in a row. 6 seconds. Kareem has the ball with 4. Cooper up court. Wilkes with 1. Final shot at the buzzer, no good. And this one is